Welcome, everybody. This is Brandon Ivey, Regional Vice President with Vitel. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. This is probably, this is one of the greatest calls or most important calls that I've probably ever done on a conference call line. And I've been in this industry for 14 years. You know, I've seen a lot. I've been on a lot of calls. I've done more calls than I can count. But the importance of this call is very important for all of us. You know, you guys have asked for this. And I dragged my feet for a while, and a lot of it's because I just really didn't know what to do. But I had a chance encounter with my business partner, Mr. Scott Compton, called me up one day, and he said, I have a plan. I have an idea. I have an idea that's going to help you build your business and in a big way. And he said, have you ever thought of this concept, you know, bringing corporate advertising to network marketing? And really, I have, but not on a massive basis with the team. Individually, yes. See, I've been in this industry for 14 years. I've learned a couple of things. We're all taught from the very beginning the power of network marketing is the fact that companies are able to move product without having to spend millions of dollars in advertising, and they pass that money on to the representatives who get the product out through word-of-mouth marketing. And that saves them millions of dollars in advertising. Now, you want to think about that for a second. It saves the company millions of dollars in advertising, which is profit that they get to keep, while at the same time they're getting the best way of marketing out there, which is word-of-mouth, because it's almost free. But on the rep side, if you look at it from our perspective, who do we know? Who are we advertising to? Well, we're taught friends, family, neighbors, Facebook friends. And that list is only so big. And so network marketing has always come up with the problem, and this is a problem in every single company, doesn't matter what company you're a part of, is once you've exhausted your list, once you've exhausted everybody that you know to talk to, who else are you going to talk to build your business? See, that's the first part, which is network. But what is lost in translation is the second part, which is marketing. Marketing and advertising. And if you do not learn marketing skills, you're going to have a short lifespan in the network marketing industry because you're only going to be able to make so much money. It's only going to last so long because you have absolutely no idea how to get your product out in front of the masses. That is a problem that every single person can relate to. And that is where most people get to a crossroads, because at that point they feel they're spending more money than they're making. But the people who succeed are people who say, you know, I need to learn something new. I need to learn more skills. And especially in this new internet age, everybody jumped to online. Online marketing, how to generate leads for your business, how to generate tools to build your business. Now, what are our results right now using our current Power Team marketing system? We've been in the business for a year now, April, last month. We put in over 6,000 reps in 1 year. We promoted 16 national sales executives and 3 regional vice presidents using our current system. And our current system is something that I have never been a part of in any other company. So we already went above and beyond. We teach you guys how to build online and offline marketing, how to use the internet, how to use Facebook. I completely built my business by YouTube and Facebook. We have people that are better than me on the internet that are able to, you know, take advantage of other network marketing affiliate companies and their tools to build their business. And they know how to blog, they know how to do all this stuff. But the average person, that's alien to. And the bottom line, it takes you years to really learn that. To do what I do, I started years ago to get to the point where I am at right now. The only problem is most people aren't willing to give themselves years to learn. They're looking for something that's fast. They're looking for something that's quick, that's going to give them immediate results. And if they don't have immediate results within a couple of months, they're gone. So they don't even give themselves that time. Well, we want to make sure that everybody at least starts out with the hope that they're going to be able to build their business using a successful system that is proven that it works if they're willing to give it some time. So I was asked by the team late last year, maybe October, November, to come up with a system that's going to help new members generate leads, right? Generate leads. And for those of you that are on front of your computer, if you go to join.me/Vitel Network, join.me/Vitel Network, you'll be able to see what it is that I'm speaking about tonight. Let's see, we already have a lot of people on right now that's viewing this. So join.me. So anyways, what the first thing that people ask me every time they sign up or they give me a call and ask about the business, they say, do you have a system in place to help to generate leads? Do you know a system that I can use to generate leads? And my team was coming to me with that. Can we put something together? So I was looking around, and all the things out there is you can purchase leads online, and we've tried and done that. I don't purchase leads online. You can join affiliate companies, and the only problems with those are that they have a compensation plan attached to it. So what ends up happening is people lose focus from learning the skills that affiliate program is offering to build your business to actually building the affiliate program. And it gets you into a whole lot of gray areas. The professionals are able to do it. The masses do not. They don't understand. They lose focus. It's like a quicksand. If you jump in one affiliate program because you think it has the latest, greatest way to show you how to build your primary business, guess what's going to happen? Within 2 to 3 months, there will be a new affiliate program that has even better tools to show you how to build your business. Then you're going to jump to that one, and it's a never-ending story. We have seen this over and over again, and in the meantime, nobody is actually building their primary business. So I didn't want to go that route for the team and put together a couple of programs that I know have a shelf life, that they're going to be changing, and we're losing focus. So when Scott Compton gave me a call, it didn't start out this way. We didn't have the plan that we were actually going to start a company. We just said, he called me up and said, Brandon, the one thing that network marketing industry is missing is old school offline marketing. This internet marketing stuff is brand new, the last 10 years or so? But network marketing for the last 60, 70 years has survived perfectly okay without it. What did those people do to have the success they were having back then? Besides home parties. What were the leaders doing? And even today, in most every major company, if you talk to some of the top leaders there, what we're showing you tonight is what they're already doing on an individual basis. This system is part of their game plan. It's part of their marketing and advertising. They all have an advertising budget. They all have a marketing budget. See, most people are stuck on their auto ship, but don't realize that the big boys, they're not worried about $100 or $200 a month. They're spending thousands of dollars a month in their business. And then when they make money, they take a percentage of their earnings and put it right back into marketing. My old mentor, multimillionaire named Sam Moore, taught me. He said, you always want to put about 40% of what you make right back into your business, no matter how much you're making, because you're planting seeds and it's allowing you to make even more income. And so that's what the big boys are doing. And what we want to do is we set up a system that's going to help every single new person be able to, through the arm of co-op advertising, because not every person has thousands of dollars a month to put in their advertising, in their marketing. Not everybody has $50,000 a month to do what corporate advertisers do. But if you work as a team, as a group, as a unit, then by cooperatively, we all, pitching in a little, can get a whole lot. So what I want to do at this point, I'm going to switch it over to the CEO of Niche Marketing. And Niche Marketing is a company that we created. One thing is said, if you ever want to do something right, you got to do it yourself, because we didn't go out looking for this. In fact, we're about a year ahead of where I actually wanted to be. But it was based on the demand. We had to make something for the team. And so I want to bring up a gentleman that I have a lot of respect for, and then afterwards I'm going to show you guys a website and what's the next step. But there's a gentleman that has had a lot of success in network marketing during the old school days. He has a lot of experience, a lot of success, and then he went offline and created his own businesses. And he used this system that we're showing you tonight to build his offline businesses to great success, where he's nationally known in his area, down in Charlotte, North Carolina. He has had such success that he has developed relationships and contacts with all the national vendors when it comes to advertising with magazine, newspaper, radio, postcards, where we're able to get the best deals. It's all about who you know, and that's one thing that I've learned in business. Not about what you know, but more about who you know, who you have contacts with. And he is a man that has all the contacts and made millions of dollars with his businesses. And here's something that he did. He believes so strongly in this program that we're doing that he literally shut down his businesses. At one point in his life, he was even homeless. Went from a homeless to $1 million company. And he shut down his businesses, and we started niche marketing. That's how big and dedicated we are to this. This is probably the most nervous I've ever been in doing a call, because this is ours. It's our creation. So I want to bring up to the table the CEO of Niche Marketing, Mr. Scott Compton. Scott, are you there?
I'm here, Brandon. I'm here.
Yeah, go right ahead.
This has been probably the most, out of all the projects that I've worked in over the last 22 years of my life, probably one of the most nervous, most gut-wrenching days, just to make sure that this is perfect. This looks perfect. It is perfect. And, Vitel distributors, you guys are going to literally be the beginning of what we are going to build into a $50 million a year business over the next 5 years. And I've got to tell you something, I have been wanting to do this for network marketing for the better part of about 9 years. And I have researched it to the point that I know my business. I know what's going on. I know the problems. I know the solutions. We have tested this to the point that there cannot be any more testing going on. And I am just absolutely, Brandon, just so excited tonight, because tonight is the launch of niche marketing and advertising, and we are going to do something not only in the network marketing industry, but across the board in advertising that is going to change advertising forever. I'm going to go into a little bit of the story of how we got here, and then I'm going to kind of give you the science behind why this works so well. I owned a home improvement business for about 20 years and was involved with network marketing, was very successful at one point about 13, 14 years ago. Literally was successful because I listened to my mentors. The mentors told me, Scott, to be successful in network marketing, you've got to make 3,000 phone calls. And I literally, back then they had a Nextel cell phone, thank God, that you could get unlimited minutes. And when they meant unlimited, they meant unlimited. And I used them all, let me tell you. And I would be calling people in the morning in the East Coast, and by 3 a.m. in the morning, I was talking to people in Hawaii. And I was literally making at least 180 phone calls a day. And our group grew from, with a couple companies I was involved with, grew from 0 distributors to 6,000 distributors in less than 8 weeks from just making 3,000 phone calls. And I got out of the industry 13 years ago for one big, huge reason, is that we were bankrupting people. We were bankrupting their marriages. We were bankrupting their bank accounts. We were bankrupting their lives. We were very good at being on the phone and getting people to make a decision to start a home-based business. But we weren't giving them the tools to be successful in that home-based business. Times have changed, people. That's the fact. Times have changed. And you can no longer go out there and just talk to your next-door neighbor and expect to build a business, and then go talk to the guy next to him and go build a business, and go to church and talk to 12 people at church and build a business. Businesses advertise, period, end of story. They advertise. So, I got out of that industry for 13 years. The fact that I'm even back in the industry today, there's a lot of people that when I picked up the phone about 9 weeks ago and said I'm interested in getting involved with a company that, by the way, wasn't Vitel, and said I'm interested in getting back involved in the industry, kind of give me the options, what's going on out here, they were surprised. They were absolutely stunned that I walked back into the industry. And I said, I'm not coming back in the industry to necessarily be a distributor. I'm coming back in the industry to build relationships with owners, with leaders, and I'm going to change, hands down, the way we do this. Because we have got to make network marketing not only survive but thrive. And the reason that is because this is America. And in America, we are entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs make this country run. And I can tell you right now, I've been homeless 4 times in my life. I've worked so hard that I've literally developed arthritis to the point that I have to take 2 drugs every single day just to be able to get my body to move. I've sold all my companies. I've literally put every single resource that we have into this company, and for the number one reason is I was that distributor at one time that had no money, that had no idea of what I was getting myself into, and I had no business in network marketing. And I said, when we decided to do this, I said, corporate brand marketing is the answer. Now, let me give you a little history on how we got to this. About 9 years ago, I was sitting here reading a magazine one night, and in the magazine, it had all these ads that said, The Secret to Wealth. And I ordered every one of them one night. At the time, my wife looked at me and she says, what in the world are you doing? And I said, honey, they say they got the secret to wealth. I'm going to figure it out, And so I ordered all of these manuals and stuff, and every single one of those manuals 9 years ago when I ordered them said the secret to wealth is those that advertise are 10 times more likely to succeed in business. The very next day, I looked up at Bank of America's new logo, and they had changed it from Nations Bank to Bank of America, and I thought to myself, branding. That's what I've got to do. I've got to brand my company. So I went out and I started researching how much would it cost for me to brand my company. Well, after about 2.5 years of putting about $50,000 into branding my business, I was a branded business. Now, over the next 7 years, I learned how to bring that cost down so low by building relationships, forging relationships, literally spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on advertising. I figured out how I could become my own advertiser, to the point that about 2 years ago, I was invited by the head vice president for AT&T Ad Solutions of the southeast quarter of the United States to come to their sales meeting where they had about 400 sales reps. And they wanted me to sell their sales reps on why postcard marketing was the future of AT&T Ad Solutions. And I said to myself that day, I said, wow, some little handyman is out here selling 400 national and regional, top-notch sales executives for the largest ad agency in the world, AT&T Ad Solutions. And that day, I said to myself, wow, I might have learned something here. I literally figured out that day that I became an expert. I had become an expert. And I don't like that word. I hate the word expert because no one is really an expert in anything. But I had become an expert. I know more about postcard marketing than half of the corporations that are out there today. And we've had calls in the last 3 weeks from some very large companies that are very interested in what we're doing. And this is the reason. we have figured out how to bring the cost down so low that if you're a traditional business, you can literally mail with us 1,000 card minimum, 1,000 card minimum, okay? And we can get you a price that's lower than anybody in the industry across the United States. There's not one printer out there that can do it. There's not one mail order service that can do the price that we can do, period, end of story, for that kind of quantity. And with network marketing companies, because I love you guys have no clue how much I love network marketers. We are the visionaries. We are the dreamers. We are the people that go out and make this country work, okay? And so I have a love so deep for network marketers that I told Brandon, we're going to make this thing work so well that every single person in your organization will want to do this. Because there's not one single organization that you'll find that you can go get a card printed, your name, your address, your email address, your web address, and your phone number printed on the card and only have a minimum of 125 cards mailed. And that includes the postage too. All the way up to whatever amount you want to mail. If you want to mail 20,000, we can accommodate it, and the price goes down. But we've got some packages on the website that are for the average person. Now, what I like to tell the science of postcard marketing and the science of marketing and advertising in a whole, it's a science. It's literally an art. It's something that if you know it, you thrive in it, and you thrive in it like a pig in a blanket. If you don't know it, you struggle the rest of your life in business, period. I've lived it. I've been homeless 4 times trying to find success, and it wasn't until I found corporate brand marketing, remember those words, corporate brand marketing, that I finally found massive success to the point that I have a lot of respect from a lot of people, and I've made a lot of money. So at the end of the day, the science is this, guys. Now, if you're sitting there and you don't have a piece of paper and a pen, go get it. Brandon, you and me can talk for about 2 or 3 seconds here and let them get a piece of paper and a pen if they don't have it, because they've got to write this down. This is going to be the success of anything they do from this point forward. So what do you think? How good am I doing here?
You're doing good. You're doing good. No, you like to get along with it, but you got it. You're right on point.
I got you. All right, so now everybody's had a chance to get a pen and piece of paper. This is what you have to realize about postcard marketing, that nobody's going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you tonight. Nobody in the industry will ever tell you what I'm going to tell you, but you're going to learn it tonight. This is the secret. When you start postcard marketing, if you have got the postcard set up properly to where it's a triple action postcard, meaning they look at the left, they get information that makes them want to look at the card to the right. Once they look at the card to the right, it makes them want to flip the card over. When they flip the card over, the offer better be good. Then if the offer is good, they continue reading. You now have gotten their attention for 8 seconds. If you can keep their attention for 8 seconds, you now will have a person that will study that card. Once they study the card, they will make a determination whether it's something that they want to do or want to investigate. Those 2 decisions will come in their mind. Once they make one of those decisions, you now have about an hour of their time. That sounds like a crazy number, people say. But you got an hour of their time. Because now they're going to go to the website, they're going to go investigate, they're going to go do what it takes to get the due diligence on what they're doing. Okay? So they're going to go to your website. They're going to look at it. They're going to, look at all the offers. They're going to figure out, is this something I want to do? And when they pick up the phone and they call you or they email you or they go to your website and just join, guess what just happened? They made the decision. You didn't have to convince them. You didn't have to spend an hour talking to them. You didn't have to do anything other than give them the card. And we figured out a way to do that as cheaply as it could ever be done. So the next thing that happens is that you start mailing your cards. And so let's say you pick a budget of $39.95, and that's 125 postcards. I tell people all the time, always let your business pay for your marketing. Always let your business pay for your marketing. Write that down. It's a very important statement. And this is the reason that it's important, is that you want to come up with a budget based on your disposable income. Everybody has a different disposable income. Everybody does. Some people can only afford $40. Some people can afford $70 or $80. Some people can afford a couple $100. Some people can afford $5,000. But at the end of the day, pick a budget that you can know that you can stick with one of the packages that Brandon's going to explain to you here in a few minutes. But literally, pick a package that you know you can stick with for a minimum of 4 to 10 months. Period. End of story. Postcard marketing works like this, guys. As Art Somerville told me one time, he was one of my mentors. He sold me a lot of postcards over the years. He said to me, I asked him one time, I said, Art, how do you become successful at postcard marketing? He laughed hysterically and told his partner, he says, can you believe he asked that question? And I looked at him, I said, hey, it's a good question. And he said, Scott, he says, have you not learned anything? He says, you don't become unsuccessful at postcard marketing until you stop mailing the postcards. So I looked at that conversation that day, and I've never forgot it. And it's made me a lot of money, and it's been very good to me. That one comment, you will never fail at postcard marketing unless you stop. Now, this is what's going to happen. You're going to mail out your postcards. You're not going to get an immediate response. If you get an immediate response, consider yourself a very lucky person. What's going to happen is that people are going to take a week to 3 weeks once they have decided to get more information before they contact you. The average person does not contact who they're willing to buy or spend money with on postcard marketing for an average of 2 to 3 weeks. So you can mail them out today and don't expect the phone to ring in 3 days. Just don't. It ain't going to happen. What happens, though, is they hold on to the postcards. So many of those postcards that you mail out are going to be classified into 3 separate categories. One is they're going to throw them away. That's one category. People are going to get it. It's going to go right in the trash. They're never even going to look at it. The next category is that they're going to keep it, and they're going to put it over the side. We all do this. If you think about this tonight, everybody has a pile of what they're keeping to look at later. Everybody does. And then you're going to have people that they're going to hold on to that card and take it to work and, sit up late at night and do the research and then contact you. And those are the people that are going to do it quickly, and those are the people that are going to do it fast. Now, what happens is, and this is the science behind postcard marketing, this is the art of it, is that when you mail out your cards this month, okay, about 2 to 3 weeks from now, you're going to get a response. You may get a big response, you may get a small response. Depends on how many cards you mail out. If you pick a budget of a low budget, don't expect a big response. Expect a small response. But what's going to happen is next month you do the exact same thing. Now, you have set your budget. That's your budget. Now, you have 2 or 3 other people in your team. So they come in, they mail cards also, but you're at the top. You're above them. You're their upline. So that means if you mail out 125 cards and they each mail out 125 cards, that means that you now have, 375 cards that are being mailed out. Now, the third month comes around the corner, and you do the same thing. You keep spending your budget, but your other team members start doing the same thing. And so as every month goes by, you get more and more cards mailed, But what also happens is you start getting more and more responses. And people always ask me, well, why am I going to get more responses? Well, remember, the cards you mailed out the first month, you're going to start getting responses on those cards 3 weeks and beyond. So about 3 weeks and then beyond that point. I've had people that have called me and spent $10,000 and held on to my card for almost 11 years. 11 years. And then they call me one day and they want to do business. And I'm like, hi, how are you doing? Where'd you get my information at? And they're like, well, I've had your card about 11 years. And I'm like, you got to be joking me. And they're like, no, we held onto your card. We filed it. We knew we were going to use it one day. We had this project. We knew. And that's going to be the same thing that's going to happen with you. The longer you mail cards, you're going to have people 2 years from now call you up, and they're going to say, I got your card like a year and a half ago, and I've just put this off for a year and a half. And the more people that you have on your team that are mailing postcards, the faster your group is going to grow, the more leads your group is going to get, and the more money your company is going to make. And it's no different. You are a company. You're just one little tiny franchise of Vitel. That's what you are. You're a franchise of Vitel. You're a little business center of Vitel. And so as your company grows, as your organization grows, then everybody underneath you will start duplicating because now they have a duplicatable system. Everybody would love to answer the phone to somebody that wants to spend money with them. Everybody wants to do that. I mean, I've been doing it for the last 20 years of my life. I love it. It's hilarious. I would never go out there and do what everybody else is doing. Never, ever. I would never make a list. I would never make a list. Now, that's me. But that's me. I'm a marketer. I'm an advertiser. I know the power of advertising. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to advertise. And I'm going to get 4 times as many people as the person that makes the list. Now, I'm not saying that the list is bad, and you should do that. But I'm saying that the power of postcard brand, corporate brand marketing is more powerful than anything you can begin to do. If you can do it cheaply and if you can do it effectively. We've solved both of those problems. You can do it now cheaply and you can now do it effectively. Brandon, back to you.
Thank you very much, Scott. And for those of you who are in front of your computer, we're going to show you exactly what to do next. You have to think about this. People ask me all the time, Brandon, how many people are you talking to a day? I say there's a difference between how many people I'm actually going out there to get and how many people are actually calling me. Out of 145 people that I personally enrolled in Vitel, I only called out some form of advertising. They liked it and they gave me a call. I signed up 2 people last week. Both of them are on this line, David Bernard and Jeff. They'll tell you they saw my video, gave me a call, and that's the whole point. You want to have people calling you who are already interested in that you don't have to convince. So if you're in front of your computer, if you're on join.me/Vitel Network, someone says I'm breaking up bad. Scott, can you hear me clearly? Let me do this. Get off my headset. How about now? Can you guys hear me clearly now?
Brandon, I can hear you. I can hear you very clearly now, but you were breaking up.
Okay, yeah, that was the I had the Bluetooth on my other phone. Battery died. Go figure. It's never died on me before, but it will tonight. So that's how it goes. But anyways, like I said, you want to have people calling you instead of you calling other people. That's advertising. So if you're in front of your computer, you can go to join.me/Vitel Network, and at the same time, you can also go to itsaniche.com, itsniche.com. Once there, this is it. Now, this website is going to change. This is just what we have up here right now for you to see. You can click on, at the bottom left, our story. So you can see about Scott Compton. There's 4 principals of our company: Scott Compton, myself, Terry Purser, and Jesse Red. You'll see their information up there later on. But to go to order your cards, You click here to visit our online store at the top right of the Rhino. It'll take you to another page. Again, this page is also going to change as well, but this is just enough for you guys to see what we have right here. Here's a picture of what the front of the card is going to look like. And so you can see it's got the Vitel information. Your telephone number is going to go there. Now, I didn't put on this website the back of the card. I have that in all of our advertising. Then you're going to go to at the top, it says Store. Click on Store, and it's going to take you to the ordering page. We have 3 orders for the Vitel cards. We have a small mailer pack, $39.95. You're going to get 125 cards. The card is going to have your name on it, your email, your website, and your phone, and the cost of the postage. So I'll tell you guys, our original plan was to have you order the card. It would be sent out to you, and then you go and get labels of your own website and put your website on the card, like a sticker or a stamp, and then you go and place your own stamps on. We'll provide the lead at least, and then all you have to do is put it in the mailbox. That was the original plan. But then we said, you know what? What if we did all of that? What if we took the work out of your hands completely? So all you have to do is actually just order your cards. We have the ability to target, market, and saturate any area we want, any demographic, any city, any area. One thing that's different about postcard, email ads, or email leads and physical home addresses is that email leads that you may purchase online, you never know if it's a real email address. The email address may be canceled or closed. It may go to their spam box. They're not even getting your advertising anyway. See, when you have a home address, it doesn't matter who lives in that home. Somebody's going to live in that home, and somebody's going to get a card, and it's physical. So it's not going to just disappear in the network. So we have the ability to target market, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So now we're going to be doing all the work for you. All you have to do is order the cards. You'll get a confirmation email and a mail sent out to you with your receipt and a copy of your card, so you can see, exactly how it's going to look like. And that's 125 cards. Then we have the monthly mailers, the middle package, $69.95, 230 cards for that price. And then we have the massive exposure pack for 675 cards. That's $189.95. So you get more cards that's going out, and we are paying the postage and everything else. And how are we able to do that? Well, Scott already told you. By doing it in bulk, we're able to get the cheapest rates out there. If you're doing it individually, one person, it's going to cost a whole lot more money. The stamps is going to cost more. The card is going to cost more. But by doing it in a co-op way, then we're able to lower the price for everybody, and we have more cards going out. Now, you have to understand that this is just phase 1, because we're going to move from this phase to co-op advertising with magazines, newspapers, radio, TV, commercial. How about infomercials? We're going to be doing all of that in stages. This is the first stage. So now anybody that joins our team, and this isn't just for our team, we have this open for anybody in Vitel. Anybody that joins the company and they have a problem, I don't know anybody to talk to. Well, we have a system in place where they can generate leads, and every new person you sign up, you want to have a system, and we will with Power Team Marketing, that we take them straight here as well. They can start their postcard marketing to get their brand out there, get their name out there, get exposure to their business. And this is why I said this is one of the most important calls, because if we were able to put 6,000 people in business in a year using the old school way, you have to figure this out. And I think like a businessman. If you have 6,000 people on your team, how many people did you actually go to? How many people did you actually expose? How many people does the average person expose to their business on a monthly basis using whatever marketing you're doing right now? I guarantee 90% of you have no clue how many you're actually doing, because most people don't track that. And you definitely want to as far as a business person. How many exposures is taking place in my business on a month-to-month basis? If you have 10 people joining your business a month, 5 people joining a month, 50 joining a month, you want to know how many people you had to talk to get there. Well, now imagine multiplying the amount of exposures happening in your business. See, I like to say this all the time. I cannot guarantee numbers. I cannot guarantee anything. What I can guarantee is massive exposure. And the more eyeballs that take a look at any product, the more likely you are going to make some more sales. Why do corporations spend millions of dollars for a 30-second ad during the Super Bowl when they can play that same ad at a cheaper time late at midnight on another network that nobody watches? Why? Because more eyeballs are seeing the advertisement. Do they know how many sales that's going to generate? No, you can't predict what a person's going to do. They just know the law of numbers. If you have it in front of enough people, we will get some sales. I'm going to even use just an example here. This is not guaranteed in the income disclosure. Just because of what I show is no guarantee this is what you're going to make. But I just want to show you the numbers, for example. If you look at that middle patch, $69.95. Let's say, and this is for all of you leaders, and you have a team, and you have to figure how much money are you making a month right now. And then you have to figure how many exposures is coming through your system, your team, right now with all the people on your team, if you have 50. So you can figure that out. But let's say this. Those same 50 do the 95. So you have 50 people times 230 cards went out for that month. You now have 11,500 cards went out advertising your business. You understand that? 11,500 cards went out advertising your business with just 50 people on your team. Now let's take this these numbers work with anything, any business, any company, any product. But let's just take this for Vitel, for example. Let's just say you only get a 0.5% conversion. Again, there are no guarantees on what the conversion rate is going to be. It's just getting the exposure out there, getting people to see what Vitel has to offer. We did 6,000 people without any of this. So let's look at this, 11,500 exposures taking place times 0.5%. You're looking at, let's round that up, 58 sales. So sales, that means either somebody's purchasing your product or signing up in the business. 58 for the month. Now, what does that equate to in dollars for Vitel? Well, you do 58 times $7 each. That's $406 in a monthly residual income added onto whatever you're currently making right now. So let's say you just added $400 off of 50 people mailing postcards on your team. Now, does that mean it stops? No. See, this is a continuous process. If those same 50 next month do the same amount of cards and you get the same 0.5% conversion, you're adding another $406 to your residual income on top of the $400 that you just had. So now you're up to $800 after 2 months. So you just see how this compounding can grow? And here's what you want to do as well. Scott said, let your business pay for your marketing. That's what I do. I didn't start out when I joined Vitel spending thousands of dollars for my marketing every single month. That wasn't my budget. But the more money I made, the more money I put into my business, put into marketing, put into anything that has to do with promoting my business. So now if you're making more money, you could take some of that money and now put it right back into your marketing. And then you can go to do the massive pack for $189, or maybe do this twice a month instead of 1 month. Or how about get up to 1,000 postcards a month? See, now you're increasing your exposure. Let's say, for example, some of you leaders on here have 200 people on your team. So if you have 200 people and they do 230 postcards each, that's 46,000 postcards. In other words, 46,000 advertising material of your business is now being put out there into the marketplace. 46,000. Whatever you're currently doing right now, how long will it take you to get to 46,000 exposures in your business? I already know what that's going to take for mine, and I have 6,000 people on my team. It'll take maybe 2 years at our current pace to get 46,000 exposures. So in 1 month, 46,000, let's say you multiply that by a 0.5% conversion ratio, that's 230 sales a month taking place on your team. 230 times 7, that's an extra $1,600 a month added on. What if your conversion ratio was higher than 0.5%? I'm just giving you an example. When you sit down and play with the numbers, it just gets crazy. What if, because some of you have this number, what if you had 1,000 people on your team? 1,000 people times 230 postcards each, that's 230,000 postcards out in the marketplace. We're now talking about corporate America advertising. Corporate America advertising, 230,000 postcards, 0.5% conversion. I know, did I just do that right? 230,000 times, oh yeah, yes I did. 0.5% conversion rate. 1,150 sales times 7. You're looking at an extra $8,000 a month extra each month. That's how your income will grow. Each month from that many cards being exposed, and again, income disclosure. There's no guarantee on what the conversion rate is going to be. It could be higher, it could be less. The bottom line is it's advertising, it's marketing. Same way if you're online and you're trying to put your ad out there for people to see it. If you're out there writing blogs to see how many hits you can have on your website, and just because somebody comes to your website doesn't mean that they're actually going to opt in. So you have no control over that. What you do have control over is how many people actually take a look. And that's the whole point of this. So if you are brand new right now, you say, well, Brandon, I don't have 50 people on my team. I only have maybe 6 to 10 people. Well, you can start off with 6 to 10, and you remain consistent. And next month, your numbers grow. You may have 30 to 40 people on your team, and you still have knowledge. You put those 30 to 40 people are also ordering postcards, getting exposures for their business outside of their friends, family, and Facebook buddies. And then the next month, you have more people. See, here's how we grew without postcard marketing. I had 15 people day one, 40 people my first week, 137 the first 30 days, 507 our first 60 days, 1,000 our first 80 days, and 6,000 a year later without any postcard marketing. Now, what if all of us were doing postcard marketing? We were doing advertising. We were doing co-op magazine ads and radio ads. Just think of how many more exposures would have happened for our business. We might have been at 40 to 50,000 people on our team right now. So this is something that is not a one-time deal. You get started today. You integrate this into whatever system you currently are using to build your business. You're now able to offer this to every new rep that joins your team. Now they have a little bit of hope when they say, you know, my dad says that that's a pyramid scam and I'm not going to make any money. I don't have anybody else to talk to. My Facebook friends are all losers, or they're all a part of other companies. They're trying to get me into that. So you're not going to get to the next level building that way. You're only going to get so far. Until you can reach out and start to market and advertise to people that you will never have contact to, your business will only grow so far. That is why I'm so excited. Here's one thing that I would never be able to do. Vitel is far more lucrative today than it was when I first got started. If Vitel had what it has today when I first got started, I would have made over $20,000 in my first 30 days. But I can't duplicate what I did last year because everybody who knows me and people I don't even know that I am a part of Vitel. They already know what I do. So I have to rely on marketing and advertising to reach new people. And if you're not currently thinking on this level, again, you're only going to grow so far. We are now taking it to the next level. We're going to make noise not only in the company but in the industry. We're going to bring massive exposure not only just to Vitel but to your teams. And those of you who already have large teams, if you sit on this, shame on you, because you already have a built-in team already ready to go. Now you have something to offer and help them to build their business. Also, I did mindset training this past Saturday, and I talked about the managing your expectations. And I talked about the fact that people spend 30 to 40 years of their lives creating bad habits that get you to where you are right now. Right now, you are the sum result of every decision you've made in your life, which includes your bank account. And if you want more, you have to be willing to do more. But these same people, out of desperation, join a home-based business because they saw some joker give a presentation about making $10,000 a month. They think that's what they're going to make their first 30 days. And when it doesn't happen, when they don't get all their bills paid, when they don't get a $750 check and they only talk to 2 people the entire month, they say the system doesn't work and they quit. They expect to change 30 years of bad habits in 30 days. If you have that mentality, this is not going to work for you. But if you've made the commitment that you're going to be here for the long term, you're going to delve yourself into not only personal development, but you're going to learn skills, learn marketing skills, even online or offline, to help build your business and understand as a business it takes time to grow. A brick and mortar store knows they're not going to be in profit for 5 years. Good thing about network marketing, you can be in profit immediately. But if you're not willing to give yourself at least a year, I mean, you might as well just stop network marketing because you're missing the last part, marketing. There is no marketing that happens overnight. It's about consistency, doing it over and over. Set yourself on a budget that you're going to order a certain amount of cards every month, and then each month you can increase. And watch the flow that starts to happen. So with that, guys, we're coming up at the end of the night. Again, I'm going to say this again for anybody that came on late. Where do you want to go? You want to go to itsaniche.com. I'm going to create another website name that has Vitel in it that will redirect to it, so it'll be easy for you guys. But now, it's a niche.vitel. It's a niche.com. itsaniche.com. Click on order now, and then click on store and choose your package. Today is today's May 1st. So you can choose your package for the rest of the month. Pass the word on to your team members who are not on the call tonight. Think about it. You have a lot of people who might have quit the business because they just didn't have anybody to talk to. And they were dependent on you guys to, sponsor and move somebody under them. So get to them, let them know that we now have a system available that they can use that's going to help them to build their business and give them some more confidence again. So with that, guys, thank you guys for joining us tonight. This call was recorded. Thank you to Scott Compton, my other business partners, Terry Purser and Jesse Red, for we spent a lot of time and a lot of money putting this all together for all of our team. And now we're going to make things happen, and you guys have another tool in your pocket. Doesn't mean you have to stop doing what you're doing, but now you just added another tool to your arsenal to build your business, and you're starting to learn the importance of advertising, and we're making it inexpensive. What's the small package is $39.95. High package is $189. I'm telling you, I'm putting my budget about $1,000 a month with the postcards, just me personally, because I understand the power of numbers and what it means. So with that, guys, thank you guys for joining us. This call was recorded. I'll have it in the email tonight for everybody that you can listen to it again. You can share it with your teams. You can go to the site right now and start ordering, and let's go to work. Thank you, guys. God bless and have a good night. Bye-bye.